Well, there you have it, a brief court appearance there. Dr. Nandipha Magudumana, accused number 4 in this instance, and she's appearing there alongside her co-accused. The case has now been postponed to the 17th of April for bail information and a possible bail application. In the meantime, both accused have been remanded in custody. Of course, the court the magistrate has alluded to the fact that the two accused number 3 and 4 in this instance, will be appearing alongside accused number 1 and accused number 2. You will recall, of course, accused number 1 and 2 here being referred to as Zolile Sikelele, 65-year-old man, and who is Dr. Nandipha's father. He appeared alongside the former correctional services officer at Mangaung Correctional Center, Mr. Sinohe Ishmael Mutswara, 39-year-old man there. They both are facing several charges, aiding escapees, defeating the administration of justice, arson and murder. Now, of course, the state at the time alleging that Mutswara on the 3rd of May set fire to and destroyed Thabo Bester's prison cell on the day of Bester's escape. That's on the 3rd of May 2022. There you see, under heavy police guard, Dr. Nandipha Magudumana being sent back to police custody after her case has been postponed at the Bloemfontein Magistrates Court. Reporters are on the scene. We will go to them as and when we can, just to get a little bit of an update in terms of what happened inside and outside court. But there you have a case, very, very short a case appearance. In fact, very disappointing in that we were expecting her to receive those charges today. Of course, that is the development at the moment. This is a developing story, and we'll give you the very latest on this story. As you know, those of you who are asking, where is Mr. Thabo Bester? Well, he is under 24-hour surveillance at the Kgosi Mampuru and the second correctional at Kgosi Mampuru, the second correctional center, a C-Max prison in Pretoria, after being on the run since essentially the 3rd of May 2022. Of course, how we knew about it was following that investigating report by Ground Up. I am, though, joined now in studio just to discuss the latest developments around just questions over, our prisons in the country, but also this escape, how it could have happened. As you know, members of parliament yesterday raising questions over whether a plan was, indeed orchestrated to assist the escape of convicted rapist and murderer Thabo Bester. Of course, we saw the G4S team being under heavy questioning by MPs. But let me bring in now the South African Prisons Organization for Human Rights, a spokesperson, Mr. Golden Miles Bhudu. Thank you so much, sir, for your time this afternoon.
Thank you for having me.
I mean, this is a moving story. I mean, every single day we're just seeing more and more developments as it relates to the story. Now, I just want your reaction firstly to how this could have ever happened in a correctional facility that we are told is the second largest in the world in terms of maximum security, of course, a private prison. What are your sentiments in terms of how this escape could have happened? Now we are sitting with several people arrested, several more likely to be arrested, 3 officials from that correctional center having been suspended and fired. And now, of course, we know that 1 has also been arrested for murder. Your thoughts?
Well, thank you very much for having me. This is the second most dramatic flop and botched jailbreak following the one of the late Ananias Mate, who escaped from CIMEX, the most secure isolation and solitary confinement facility in the country, by using a bottle of Vaseline. And nothing happened with the authorities in terms from the minister downwards to make sure that this kind of Thabo Bester thing doesn't happen. No, we are of the opinion that if action were taken then with this Ananias Mate Veselin escaped from CMEX. It is now called Ebongweni. That is where Thabo Bester is now currently incarcerated. The other one is Ebongweni Kokstad. They should have started working from firing everybody within the Department of Correctional Services. That was going to send a very clear message, and we would never had a Thabo Bester escape. Now, these things happen because you have from the head of this department, who's been planted there and sent there as a deployee, a political deployee, who has got absolutely no interest in this department. They just enjoy the perks that comes of being a minister, deputy minister, and so forth. And I am surprised that up to so far, the minister has not been dealt with. They start with the small fishes, and I can assure you, this is going to happen once again. It is going to be a story for a few weeks, and it will die down, and it will be off the mind of fellow South Africans.